Guys, I took a shower, had my hair up in my towel, and was like, fuck life. I'm done with life today. I don't care literally about anything. One of those days, like I'm in such a mood, right? I'm like, I don't care about anything. Making stupid videos, talking to stupid people, thinking stupid thoughts, paying stupid bills, thinking about stupid men. I don't give a fuck, all right? And then here is what happened. Then I came across this YouTube video. I was just chilling, drinking my tea, scrolling through YouTube, and I found this video. It was called Why Decentering Men Movement is Taking Hold or something like that. And I was like, decentering men? What? That sounds like derogatory. I don't know. It sounded like, let's beat up men. Let's talk about like how men are pieces of shit. And I clicked on it. I was like, okay, but let's not do that though. Let's not do that. Let's not go toxic in the other direction and swing in the pendulum to complete like feminazi movement, right? Let's not do that. Anyway, I watched it and I was like, these women, they're my soul sisters. I didn't even know there was a movement. I didn't even know there was a power of the puss movement. I thought that I was the only single woman in the entire fucking country, I suppose, who was tired of putting men on a fucking pedestal. I thought I was the only one, but I'm not. There's like this whole thing. There's like this whole movement, this like whole grassroots movement of bad bitches who are like, I'm so over it though. I don't give a shit if you don't like a size 18. I don't give a shit if you don't like a size 2. I don't give a shit if you don't like my wrinkles. I don't give a shit if you like that I don't wear makeup. I don't give a shit that I have gray hair. I don't, like, honestly, who are you? Who are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? When's the last time you paid my bills? I'm sorry, who are you? Who are you? I literally don't know, and I literally don't care who you are. Man or woman. Get off the pedestal, though. I'm the creator of my own reality. Who are you? I thought for the longest time it was just me. I don't know, because I'm a hermit. Because I'm a hermit at the edge of the world at the end of days, all by my fucking self. And I thought it was just me. And so all of a sudden I saw this video and it's like, no, there's like a whole movement. It's the power of the puss play is what it is. And that shit worked in history. And it's going to work again. You best believe this decentering movement, what it's going to do, it's going to activate a lot of ultra toxic masculine men into realizing their ego ain't shit and they really need to get it right. Power of the pussy, honey. It works every time. You know, it just reminded me, you know. I know you know. Power of the pussy works every time. Yeah, so anyway, I saw it and I was like, oh my God. How has this existed? Like, how is this? Do I live under a rock? Don't answer that. The answer is yes. But I was like, this is so for real what I've been living my life. Like, I've been living this code of ethics for my entire life. Well, except for when I was married. Power of the puss really, it got me into some toxic bullshit then. But ever since my divorce, I've been like, yeah, power to the pussy the whole time. But I thought I was the only one doing it. Turns out there's like a whole bunch of women doing it. Why? Because I'm in the new earth now. I'm in a new earth where women are awakened to manipulative, backwards games of narcissistic men. Now, I'm not sitting here villainizing men either, because there are good ones out there, ladies, and I'm 100% on board for healthy, healed, whole alpha men. The real ones, honey. The ones that cater to you, the ones that rub your feet, the ones that treat you like a queen, right? When you treat them like a king, hey, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I actually can't wait for that. I can't wait for that relationship. Cuffing season's coming and I know mine is on the way. I love it. I love that idea. I love that concept. But until then, let's form an island of only women. Isn't there a book or a movie, something like that, where it's just like a whole civilization of only women? I mean, I don't know how far that lasts, maybe like one generation, but look, when I saw these comments, I saw these women saying like the most empowering things, and a couple men would chime into the comment thread. A couple men would be like, yeah, see how long you can go without the D. And I was like, well, I've been doing it for 4 years. I could probably go 40 more. Right, exactly. These women that would comment back to this guy like, don't you get it? We don't need it. And he would like comment back like, oh yeah, but like, yeah, but like the overly masculine women though, we don't want that either. We don't want that either. And I thought to myself, I'm like, he has a point. He has a point. If these women end up swinging this pendulum in the complete opposite, it can cause a whole other imbalance to happen. This is very crucial for us women to keep this shit pH balanced, okay? We need to really, really think about what we're doing, how it's affecting men and their egos in a good way, in a positive way, because it is really making these men go through like an awakening. I'm really getting that, like ego death for real, for real, for real. But like, you can only do that with love. You can only do that when you have a real like purpose in a movement. And I know that there is. I was hearing some of the women that were in this video collage, this montage thing, and they were like, take the man off the fucking pedestal. He doesn't belong there. So not only is it anti-patriarchy, and it's not even anti-patriarchal, it's just anti-narcissistical. It's just anti-narcissist. Once I saw that, I was like, I'm on board. But if it swings to the opposite, I mean, this is where I want to stay balanced. This is where I want to stay like level-headed about it. Like, let's not demonize men, because men aren't the problem. You know what's the problem? Their egos. The D isn't the problem. The D with 17 other women is the problem, right? So it's a very thin line. But anyway, so as I was sitting there with my hair wet in a towel, I was like, fuck life, I don't care. I literally saw about 5 comment threads on this topic, and I was like, nah, I'm getting up, I'm drying my hair, and I'm gonna do something today. And I was like, I'm gonna make a video about this. Yeah, power the puss. I don't know, I just felt really good. I'm like, oh my God, my sisters, they're there. Oh my God, I have sisters. Oh my God, I have millions of sisters I didn't even know about. Oh my God. I guess I've just like isolated myself so much in 4 years. Like after my divorce in 2019, I just buried my head in the sand and like lived in a box. Literally my apartment is a studio, so it's like literally a box. It's literally a square. And I was just like, it's just me. It's just me. Nobody has these, nobody feels the same way. And even when I coach my clients, I'm like, girl, take him off the motherfucking pedestal. Stop giving this man so much permission to run your life. Do you not realize that you are a goddess? I guess what's like stemming this or something, because I've only heard bits and pieces about this because I don't really watch social media that much. But in the last couple of days, I've been seeing this thing about Margot Robbie is her name. She's a beautiful actress. Oh my God, she's stunning. Like she's a 10 to me because of societal standards. She's beautiful. And she probably talks to herself in a very positive way every single day. You know, she probably says, I'm gorgeous, I'm sexy, I'm divine, I'm the world's best actress, I always get everything I want. She has literally used magic, words of affirmation, on herself, right? To, just like you would charge an item, just like you would like talk into your tea and call it like healthy and healing and thank you and she's done that to herself. You can curse an object and you can curse a person. You can bless an object, you can bless a person. She's just been blessing herself. How does she do that? She puts on her makeup every morning and says, I look so great. She does her hair. She goes to the salon. She is literally the embodiment of magic, right? So a lot of people are going to see her as a 10. But so there's like this controversy right now. People are like, nah, she's mid. A lot of men are saying, no, she's mid. She's not even really that great. She's like a 5. We don't understand what you see. And that is causing like this whole like thing. This whole like fucking wildfire on the internet. Some women are like, bro, and I don't know the whole thing. I don't know the whole story because like I just learned this today really. I guess some men on the internet, okay, whatever. Men on the internet who maybe live in their mom's basement. I don't know. Maybe, probably, more than likely, yes. But anyway, I guess technically not all of them are bullying her, but they are saying like, nah, she's not even really that great. She's not that pretty. She's a 5. And so there's this huge movement happening because a lot of women are pissed. Like, if you don't even like Margot Robbie, who is like the epitome of, I guess, beauty standards of typical modern societal norms. I guess it's like her blonde hair, her thin bone structure, her I don't know, I guess high cheeks, like her jawline, whatever. They like listed a whole thing. It's Marilyn Monroe of our day, I suppose. And I guess it's needing to be worked out for us to get to New Earth, because you can't have men and women hating each other like this. It needs to come out. This talk needs to happen. Girl, this needs to fucking happen, okay? And I think with the North Node in Aries now, so maybe that's why a lot of people are aggressive and like combative and going to war about this shit. I mean, it makes sense. It's the same with race as well, everything, politics, police. I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm seeing everybody right now get like really, really heated. And it's like the most amazing thing. It really is. It's like this side is passionate about something, this side is passionate about something. But like there needs to be a conversation had. There needs to be a debate. There needs to be a healthy level of debate, okay? But it needs to be, I feel, not regulated, but monitored by someone, by something higher, right? A higher mind of consciousness in all of us. That's all that we need monitoring. We don't need the government to fucking monitor a debate. We need our higher selves to monitor a debate and be like, hey, let's not be an asshole. Let's be a grown-ass adult. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. So anyway, the whole anger issue here is that Margot Robbie, to me, is a 10. But a lot of these men are like, no, she's mid. She's a 5. And so a lot of women are up in arms like, if you can't even like our beauty standard cookie cutter model Barbie, then there's no hope for the rest of us, is basically, I guess, what's like fueling this. It feels like that anyway. I'm not sure what's really fueling this, but a lot of anger, a lot of push down women, feminism, the movement of feminism in itself is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's only toxic when you put it through a filter of like toxic femininity, the feminazis or whatever you call them. I mean, because there's been such a label, you know, in the past of women who would just go overboard and be like, no, fuck all men. We don't want men at all. Okay, that's great. That's great for you, but there are some women who want men. There are some women who want to have babies and families and live in a good life with a man. So we can't like listen to extremists on this side and listen to extremists on that side. You have to be in the middle balance. And I feel like that's where a lot of these leaders in the New Earth are coming from, because they are much more aligned with Christ consciousness, the higher mind of self, to be able to regulate that shit and be like, listen, you're wrong. Why don't you two just like chill out for a second and come to terms with the idea that what is fueling this is fear on this side and fear on this side. You're afraid that nobody will ever find you beautiful because they don't even find the most beautiful woman in the world beautiful. Okay? And so what's fueling this movement is that a lot of women are feeling like invalidated. Like, you know, Margot Robbie, she's probably like a size zero or a size 2 or something, right? And a lot of us aren't. A lot of us are not a size 0. We're not shaming size 0s. You guys are beautiful. Every woman is beautiful. But there are a lot of plus size women who I think feel kind of invalidated, or just like, you're a normal woman who ate an Oreo today. Like, the fuck? You're allowed to have love. You're allowed to have a man worship the ground you walk on. And it's like, that is, I think, the center movement, the core reasoning for this movement, the decentering movement. If you guys want to Google it, I guess it's like a thing. But then you got the other side. These men who are up in arms, pissed, because the power of the puss movement is taking on its own like life form in 2023, which I think is amazing. I mean, this happened I don't know when it happened. When was this, guys? Back in history, we tried this and it worked. It's kind of happening again, and it's happening like wildfire, and it's like a secret movement that nobody really knows about until you know about it, and then it's like, wow, I was right the whole time. I shouldn't be worshiping men. No way. So these men on the other side are super hella pissed because they're like, you're invalidating our experience. She is not a 10. You're invalidating us. We do not think that Margot Robbie is a 10. We think she is a 5. And why is this a problem? Why are you taking away our freedom to decide what woman is beautiful? You know what's crazy? Some of these men that these women are demonizing, I bet you anything. I bet you these men that are like, she's a 5. What they're not telling you is they have a secret crush on their neighbor next door who has glasses, a little bit of a pudge, and, you know, is a book nerd. I bet you those men calling Margot Robbie a 5 are the same men crushing on a neighbor who's just like the average girl next door. But they're not about to say that. Well, why? Because society has deemed that kind of man wrong. Because there is a standard. There is a beauty standard, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not with my plus size self, whether I like it or not, there is a beauty standard. And these men, I think, that are being villainized and demonized by the women that are up in arms, super pissed about this. I get it. But those guys, they're allowed to think she's a 5. They're allowed to say she's a 5. I don't see what that's, I don't understand what the problem is. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Why can't we, as women, get over the fact that some men don't want us. Some men don't, it doesn't matter how much you delude yourself into thinking you are like literally a 10, you are the perfect specimen. Some men don't want you. Get over yourself. Some men don't think you're hot. Some men don't think you're attractive, and some men don't want to sleep with you. Period. We need to get over that, ladies. Okay? But I think what's like really fueling this movement are these women who are like ultra pissed, bro. They are like real pissed. It's like if society dangled a carrot in front of you for years and years and years, and it's like the cookie cutter beauty standard of Robbie Monroe. I almost said Margot Robbie, right? In the same way they did with Marilyn Monroe. They dangle a beauty standard in front of your face. They tell every woman on the planet, you need to be like this or you can't be loved. No one would find you attractive. No one would sleep with you. No one will hire you. No one will like you. No one. Okay, I think it's a lot of unfair treatment on women. It's been unfair treatment for us at a psychological level, generational level. It's not fair. It's not fair what has happened to the feminines in the world. It's not fair. But to turn around and villainize men for having their opinion, that's where it gets dangerous. So I think that what it is that I'm seeing with my eyeballs today, which is so new because I didn't know that like this was a thing, are these women saying like, we don't give a shit what your opinion is of us. We love ourselves even if you don't. And it's, I heard angels singing today, honey. I don't know what was in this tea, but as I was sipping it, I'm like, holy Jesus, thank you, Lord. I felt the presence of God in me today watching that YouTube thread. And I'm like, okay, these women get it. They get it. They get it. But please don't be attacking men either for having their opinions. Some men don't want us. Look, and I know a lot of my clients are plus size. I actually do have a lot of plus size clients who come to me because of, well, self-esteem issues, because we have been trained and told for years and years and years, hello, look like Angelina Jolie. Look like Marilyn Monroe. Look like just hourglass, big boobs, big booty, that's it. Lip injections, that's it. And that's the only way men will love you. I remember when my mom, it's not my mom's fault, my grandma's fault, but I remember my mom and my grandmother both. I had a pudge since the day I came out. I literally came out of the womb with a belly. My mom told me that story repeatedly. I remember my grandma one day, she was like, no man can ever love you because you have a belly. And I took that in my head. I remember every single partnership I ever got in with a man, I knew that he would never like me because of my size. And so I've been really afraid also on YouTube to really expose my body, like to really show you guys truly what my body frame is. It's a sore spot for me. But eventually I'll get there. Eventually I will work through this. And again, I think why it's happening and I'm going to be getting through it is because collectively, how many women are healing that wound right now? I read for twin flames coming into union. You can't be in twin flame union unless you heal the feminine within yourself and you assume through the law of assumption that men are going to love you as you are, that they will worship the ground you walk on, no matter your size, your shape, your color, your skin tone, your wrinkles, your age, your hair, no matter what, ever, for a million eternities, you are going to be loved by a divine partner forever. In sickness and in health, for better, for worse, literally every day of your life, no matter what. And I love that. I love that that is a promise given to us by God. I love that that exists. I love that one day I'm going to be in union with my twin flame and I'm going to show the whole fucking world that. But until then, I have to show the whole fucking world that I'm in union with myself, right? So I get the one extreme, like, how dare you, men, you guys are fucking idiots because you told us you want this. And we did it. We did it. We created the perfect woman. It's called Margot Robbie or Angelina Jolie or Barbie. We did it. And now you're going to tell us you think that's a 5? Are you fucking kidding? I don't blame women for being pissed. I do not blame at all any of these women. They're angry. They're up in arms. They're pissed off. But then you got to realize too, though, the men on the other side, I think what they're like most, like, I think offended about right now is like, yeah, we don't think that, you know, she's a 10. Please don't take that away from us. Please don't like hurt us because society told you something. Please don't villainize all men because you believed a lie that society told you. And that right there, that type of man, and that almost offense, they feel offended, they feel angry in a way. That is exactly why I think that my relationships have been so, like, if they failed. Because as above, so below, what's happening collectively happens to each of us individually. And so there's this recognition of, like, men don't want what they don't want. Don't try to just, like, morph yourself into something to assume they want it. You listen to society in building a Barbie. A lot of women, you know, we put lip injections in, we extended our eyelashes, we wore the makeup, we spent hundreds a month on all these like beauty products. Okay, all right, and you're telling us the epitome of beauty isn't enough for you. I don't blame these women at all, and at all. No, not at all. I don't blame them. They have every right to be pissed. But then when you take that anger out on men in general, like, and this poor sap, in the fucking YouTube comment section, this one man going to war with all these women. Man, he's got some balls of steel. Because, like, I saw him in several of these threads, and I'm just thinking to myself, how are you alive today, bro? Like, how have you not been hexed by these women, though? You're about to be hexed, bro. Just stop while you're ahead. Anyway, I saw this guy just basically be like, but we don't want women that are overly masculinized either. And I mean, that's another truth. That is true. In general, as a whole, these men don't want overly masculinized bullies. They don't want bullies. They want feminine, gentle, receptive, loving, nurturing women. I think as a whole. And I don't think that really, I don't think that makes me a bad person for saying that that's what they want as a whole. I don't think it makes women bad people for saying, we don't care that you want that. We don't want to be that. Don't be that, honey. Be about your bag. Go run the world. Do it. Who runs the world? You. Bad bitches like you. Go do it. But please do not throw all of us in that category of ultra masculinity, or like, but labeling it like a feminist movement when it's not balanced. It's an extreme measure by women who are extremely triggered right now, because it's not a one-time thing. This has been generationally. This has been years, decades, forever, where women have been suppressed, repressed, oppressed, and that is fucking true. So whether you agree that that's true or not, I don't think these women give a shit. If you think that's true or not, it is true. It is true to a lot of women who were underpaid. There was a societal norm where women were underpaid. Moms had to do more than men. It is a deep wound that is coming to the surface to be healed, so we can all progress as a societal collective. But we need to really not villainize men in this either, ladies. We need to not lump in all of men with what a few guys are saying on the internet, okay? Because to them, Margot Robbie is a 5. Plus, another thing too is, like, a lot of these women were saying, like, yeah, but she's a 10 though. We love her. She's a 10. And it was like, okay, but do you see what you're doing? You're literally judging a woman based on looks. In the same way that we're aggressively trying to get men to stop doing that, you're ironically doing it out of fear that the cookie cutter Barbie like model is no longer even liked by majority of men anymore. I mean, I don't know that maybe by a majority, I don't know. But that is proof right there that Margot Robbie, even when she puts on her makeup, even when she blesses herself, even when she says, I am the most beautiful woman on the entire planet, I am loved, I am sexy, I am blah, 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 blah. Even still, she might be charging herself using words of affirmation, which I'm a spiritualist, so I believe that people can bless themselves. After having cursed themselves, you can bless yourself. You can curse an object and you can bless the same object. I think that just because she worked on this and worked on her body and her self-esteem and she goes to the gym and she eats healthy, just because, doesn't mean that every man is going to love that. In the same way though, and this is where the promising news is, for a girl like me who at my heaviest weight was 415 pounds and I've lost over 160, I'm still kind of toying with a couple of pounds that I'm still trying to work on. It's so good. It's good news for us too then. Because if a lot of men don't like that frame of woman, don't love that perfect cookie cutter woman by modern societal standards, they just want to have their own free will and be like, I don't think it's attractive, then it's the same way for us plus size ladies too, in that, yeah, there are men that don't find us attractive. Okay, let's not date them then. Cool? That'd be great. Let's not sleep with them then, all right? There are going to be men who do not find us at all desirable for our size. Okay, do you see how good this is, ladies? Like, that is a good thing. If we're seeing, like, if someone as perfect, deemingly perfect, seemingly perfect, built by society, built by Hollywood, built by the Marilyn Monroe effect. I don't know what it is, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to come up with a way to describe it. It was built for a Margot Robbie to be the top tier, the 10. And men don't like it. I think it's good news. I think it's good news for just modern women who are like, I don't know, eat carbs. I think it's great for women in a B cup. I think it's great for women with gray hair. I think it's great for women with blemishes and just, you know, an average woman. This is good news, not bad news. So don't demonize the men that want to have free thinking and be like, yeah, I don't like her. Okay, so sue me? Don't demonize them. Look at it as good news. Like, men are waking up and they have free thinking. They're allowed to, like, want what they want. Isn't that great? That's amazing. Because you know what that means? That you, with your, you know, amazing curves, men are going to feel much more excited to be actively talking about how much they love them. Your curves, your freckles, your everything that once we tried to hide. We don't have to hide anymore. Why would we? We don't hide from ourselves. We have taken the men off the pedestal, so we're not hiding from ourselves. We love ourselves unconditionally, right? So now the external, the 3D reality has to bring in men and women that do that same shit. So they would be actively saying the same thing that we say. I'm gorgeous. I'm sexy. My curves. Oh my God, honey. No, for real. Those same men that don't want Margot Robbie, more for me, more for you. Right? So it's like, I think that the real problem is not that these women are angry. I think it's that they demonize and villainize an entire collective of people with their anger. And that, I can't get on board with that. I don't want that. I don't. I want to be right in the middle. There's a sweet spot here and I want to be right in the middle. I want to be Switzerland. I want to be okay with seeing a man's point of view and that he's like, don't let this get to extremes, ladies. Please don't villainize us. Please don't demonize us. Because not all of us are like that. We just want what we want. We don't see a Margot Robbie as attractive. We don't. And then there's the women that are also like, okay, there's good ones here too. There's good ones. We just want to take you off the pedestal and stop worshiping you, man. That's all we want to do. We don't want to worship you anymore. We don't want to care what a man wants of our body. Big boobs, big lips, you know, big butt. You know, we don't want that. We just want to be. Can we just be ourselves? Can we just try to like love us as we are? And there's a middle ground. I think it's such good news that this is happening. That there's conversations about it, and I didn't even know it was a thing. I feel like today I'm just so excited. I don't know. I'm excited. I feel like I have sisters. I feel like there's a movement for me to get behind now. I don't know. It's like when you go as long as I have in hermit mode and not even like really like having friends, you kind of forget that like causes exist, like a cause I want to fight for. I realize I have been fighting for a cause. That's what my fucking divorce was. That's what me starting a YouTube channel was. I was always fighting for a cause. I just didn't feel I had other people fighting with me. So all of a sudden I see these threads and I'm like, oh my Lord, these women are fucking empowered, because it was so crazy to already see the comments written. Like when this guy would say like, yeah, but we don't want women that are so, we don't want women like this and this and this. It was crazy to see their response as, we don't care what you want. That's the point of this movement. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's already sunk in. There's already a reality where these women are 100% awakened to who they are. And I'm going to be completely real. I think the real men are excited about this. I think the real guys, the real ones out there, ladies, that we all want, really. I mean, not all of us, maybe not all of us want men, and not all of us want to be married or in a partnership, but women like me, there are good ones out there that love this empowerment in women, would actively get behind it as well. Not only would they get behind it, but they would actively participate in their partner every day, feeling better about themselves. These men are the ones that would look at your thighs and be like, honey, they're thick and I love them. These men would be the one that said, I love your eyes natural. You don't even have to wear makeup today if you don't want to. I don't care. I think you're sexy as hell. There are the real ones out there. Don't villainize an entire group of men. And let's not all assume that the women in this movement are all on the extreme side either. There are women like me who are just seeing it as a liberation movement, not a control feminazi movement. And I know that term might offend people, and I don't think I give a shit if it offends people. There's a term, a label for it, and that's what I'm going to use. The term feminazi. I'm going to say it. Don't be that way. Don't be one extreme or the other. Keep it balanced, and I think we'll be great as a society, but like otherwise we're fucked. And I just saw this and I felt like, wow, I get to be behind something again. I love it. I love that there's a voice. I love that there's real conversation about this. And like my body image issues, my self-esteem issues have been fluctuating lately, especially through Venus retrograde that took place recently. Oh my God. So I was like, I don't even want to talk about my issues. I don't even want to talk about like my battle with food, my battle with body image, my body with like relationships and men and how they see me. And I never really thought men could see plus size women as beautiful. I was trained by society. The same society that promotes Margot Robbie. The same Hollywood billboards that promote Angelina Jolie and a perfect jawline. And I mean, I was taught by mothers and grandmothers and sisters. I was taught the same way. It's not their fault. We were all programmed and conditioned by societal norms. None of us are to blame. So I have my own issues that I'm wanting to deal with. And honestly, I wish I was a little bit more fearless in exposing like all parts of me on the internet. Not all parts of me, I'll keep that for OnlyFans. But no, I mean, my journey, my tummy, that's like a sore spot for me because of my stomach is like the one problem area I have, and it's something I need to work on. And so in a way, today it felt like a liberation. So many women don't care if a societal norm exists. They're going to be themselves regardless. They're going to eat what they want. They're going to say what they want. They're going to wear the kind of makeup they want. They're going to wear the clothes they want. They're going to dye their hair the way they want. They're going to wear their nails the way they want. Their butt's going to look how their butt's going to look. Their boob's going to look how their boob's going to look. I love it. I love it. Ugh! Today is the best day of my life. That's what it feels like. Liber-fucking-ration. I love it. I love it. I'm happy. I'm so happy to see it. I want the women that are watching my channel to not take it to extremes, because it has the potential to be something amazing. It could really wake these selfish men up. I'm talking about the selfish ones. I'm talking about the self-centered, egotistical ones that want to control people and have like this doll image. Yeah, because there are those out there, you know. We all know that. But there are good ones out there too. The good ones who literally, yeah, your thighs jiggle, right? And like you have a belly and a pooch, yeah? Okay? And stretch marks and cesarean scars and like acne and yo, okay? Right? Because you wake up with morning breath and you're like a normal human being, correct? There are those men out there though who would be like, damn, that's the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Right there, that is the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I want it. And I'm gonna have it. And I'm gonna do anything to prove that I'm worthy of it. I'm telling you. Those same guys who are calling Margot Robbie a 5, a mid, are the same ones that just didn't take the bait. What they're not telling you secretly on the keyboard is that they actually are in love with their neighbor or like a girl they met at school who's just like a normal average looking woman. They're maybe not saying that. Why? Because society deemed it inappropriate to say shit like that out loud. Like, to really have a man like all over me and my curves and my stretch marks and I don't wear makeup, so my blemishes, my acne, my everything, my gap in my teeth, everything that society said, nah, Jenna wouldn't be deemed beautiful. To have a man sitting next to me and be like, are you kidding me? She's the sexiest thing that ever walked the face of the earth. Men like that, they exist, but they have not been encouraged to talk like that. They've been villainized, beaten down, demonized. To be like, ew, why would you want her? Come on, man. Really? Really? That's what their friends would say. Right? And their mothers, the narcissistic mothers that a lot of them were raised in, families with narcissistic mothers, you know, it's not their fault that their moms are seriously wanting to protect the image of the family. And if a woman is still programmed in that mindset of like, Jenna isn't pretty. A woman like Jenna, a full-figured woman is not pretty. A woman with her own mind who will speak up, swear a lot, curse, tell you to get fucked. If that is not appropriate in our family. These men have never been allowed to say, I want what I want. And these women have never been allowed to say, I want what I want. What if I don't want Kylie Jenner to tell me what is beautiful? What if we all just want what we want? I feel like I've had such a breakthrough today, like in my own self-esteem, but in my own belief of self. I'm 34 years old and it's taken 34 years for me to like feel today like, what if people just want what they want? Stop demonizing the other side because they want what they want and they don't want you. Get over your fucking self. Take the stick out and go work on yourself, because not everybody wants you. All right? Not everybody finds you attractive. I don't care how much plastic surgery you had to get to convince yourself that you're more pretty than others, but maybe they don't want that. And that is a societal norm that you took the bait on. So we have to, as women, look at this differently, because as much as I love the power of the puss movement, and I'm 100% behind it, I'm also not going to sit here villainizing men because I love men. I think they're sexy as hell. I love men. I love all men. Shapes, sizes, everything. Ages. Well, actually, you know, I shouldn't maybe say that. I love all men, 18 and above, that are good-hearted, kind, civil people who just want what they want because their freedoms have been taken from them too. They've been in this societal bullshit cyclical loop as well. Oh, I can't find somebody like Jenna pretty because I'm not allowed to. That's what I learned during Venus retrograde when all my exes came back. Oh my God, so many exes. I told you I gained 30 pounds in 40 days because of that shit. I had too many exes showing up in my DMs because I was seeing how every man I've ever loved didn't actually get the permission from society to tell me they loved me. It was embarrassing to them. It wasn't allowed. They weren't allowed to say, I love you and every stretch mark you have. I love all your curves. I love that your arms jiggle. I love everything about you. They weren't allowed to say that. So I never got told I was loved. I could always feel that they loved me. I could always feel that there was this intense passion and desire that they had for me that they would act on, but I was never allowed to hear them say, like, I love you, I think you're beautiful, and I would do anything for you to have you. I never had that. So I kept going through man after man after man after trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Nothing. It was programming that's wrong with me. It wasn't my grandmother who told me I'll never be loved. It was my belief that she was right. It's ignorance that is the real battle here. The real enemy is ignorance, not a person, not a place, not a movement. It's ignorance. And that's why I'm so happy to see this movement, because so many women are waking up to the real true power of themselves. Take that man off the fucking pedestal. He doesn't need to be there. And if you want to keep him there, do so. But you best put yourself right up with him, all right? A queen to a king. You best start doing that. Because otherwise, it's toxic masculinity, and it's the patriarchal bullshit that we've all learned to hate. We don't want that. We also don't want this, like, distorted matriarchal bullshit either, where it's like another extreme. The pendulum swings that way. That's toxic as fuck too, and nobody wants that. So keep it centered. Let's keep it pH balanced, ladies. Let's keep it really mid, in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. It was beautiful. I really realized today the power of the puss, ladies. What it can really be for us. Oh my God, it'll change the world. Keep that shit closed off. Put some tape down there, some nuts and bolts, and, you know, like the I'm trying to think of it. Chains. No admission until I say so, because only love can get inside me, right? There's a song that I really love. It's only love can get inside me. I move it in my own timing. Voice of the future, speak to me kindly. Ask for what I want, somehow it finds me. Take back your power. And I was so happy to see women are doing it. Women are really, truly doing it. You ladies, you inspire. I love you. Oh my God, you are sexy as hell. You are the epitome of beauty. You are the beauty standard. That's why giving your power back to yourself and less to societal norms and religious standards and what men want. And give it to yourself and be like, no, you know what the beauty standard is in my life as a creator of my own reality? Who I am. This is the beauty standard for sexiness, for me. But I also see other women sexy in their own way too. So I think it was beautiful to witness, and it was definitely beautiful to talk about. I learned so much today. Thank you for being here. Super, super fun. I loved it, and I love you. And I thank you for being here. I think I might talk more about stuff like this going forward, because I also looked at a controversial topic that's on the news right now. What's her noodle? Ruby Frank on 8 Passengers. I've been watching this abuse case that is just taking the world by storm right now. It's so sad. I really might talk about that as well. I don't know, but right now we're gonna talk about this, because I felt like just so empowered this morning. I love it. These women are waking up and they're like, don't tell me what the fuck is beautiful. I'll tell me what the fuck is beautiful. Thank you. And if I want you around, you'll be around. If I don't want you around, you won't be around. Isn't that great? It's like, you guys, I've never seen anything so sexy in my life. I've never seen more beautiful women in my life. Oh man, I'm so here for this. I'm so here for this. Anyway, if you guys want to comment down below and get a discussion started, I'd love to talk to you about what your opinion is on the decentering of men movement. Power of the puss. That's basically what they don't call it. They don't call it that yet, but it's going to take off. We're going to call it the power of the puss movement. Only love can get inside me. And if it's not love, don't date them. If it's not unconditional love, don't call them back. If it's not love, don't get in bed with them. You see? That's the real true power and sovereignty here. If it's not love, it's a no-go. That's all these women are saying. If it's not love, if you don't treat me with respect, and you don't see that I am an equal, given Lilith vibes here, right? If you don't see me as an equal, then okay, bye. Bye. To see some men being like, but we don't like it when you do that. That's exactly the point. We don't care that you don't like it. We're doing it anyway. Bye. Bye, guys.